Okay, so in today's class, we are actually meeting after Puja vacation, after 1 month of Puja vacation. I know that in this situation, actually, we didn't enjoy Puja in a very great way, but I hope that you all enjoy Puja vacation a little bit. Okay, so now Puja vacation is over and Diwali is also over. So we are going to start our session. We are going to start our normal life again. We have to study and we have to complete our syllabus. So before Puja vacation, I was discussing about string slicing and how to use string indexing. These are the topics I was discussed before Puja vacation. I was discussing about this topic at that time. But after Puja vacation, I will start from a new topic. Obviously, we are in right now. We are in string. Okay, so the topic will be string properties. Write down string properties, and string methods. Some methods I will discuss. I will discuss how to work on that method. So the first topic that I will discuss is immutability. Immutability. This is the topic I will discuss. I told you that strings are immutable. That means you cannot change. The word immutability came from a word called immutate. From a word, came from a word uh, immutate. Immutate. Okay. That is not muted. That is right. You can write down. That is not muted. You can write down these things. Not muted, okay, or can't change, can't change, can't change. Suppose you have a string name, and in the name, suppose I'm writing the name of Subhadeep. Subhadeep, Subhadeep I'm writing. Okay, so this is a variable. This is a string variable. Okay, string variable. How I'm saying that this is a string variable because I'm assigning some string into it. So for that reason, I'm saying string variable. Okay. Now, what will actually happen is that suppose you want to modify the zeroth character of this particular string. Suppose you are writing this particular statement. Okay. Name of 0 is equals to single quote within single quote as because this is a character you are writing capital P. Puhodit, or you are writing like uh, D or Duhodit. Duhodit, for example. Just for example, this particular thing will not occur. That means you cannot change the zeroth character. You cannot change H to P. You cannot change H to D. Okay, that means strings are immuted. You cannot change a particular character of a string. Okay, in Python. That means in Python or also in Java also the strings are immuted. Okay, strings are generally immuted. So this statement, if you are writing this statement, okay, suppose if you are writing this statement, I'm writing hash because in Python you know that hash is a used for commenting. Okay. So I'm writing hash, and here I'm writing this will cause an error. This line, if you execute this line will cause an error. We will see in later in notebook. This line will cause an error. Okay. An error, that is the error we will give is the error that will produce by the Python interpreter is string object string object doesn't support item assignment. Support assignment. Item assignment. That means you are trying to modify a particular character, a particular position of a string that is not supported. That is known as item assignment. Okay, you are actually performing and you are actually assigning an item. Okay, here string is a ordered sequence of characters. So string in string the item can be a character. Now you want to assign a particular character after you are actually want to assign a character, not a string. If you are writing this statement, if you are writing name equals to name equals to Debayon, for example Debayon, okay, Debayon, sorry, Debayon, then it is okay. Then it will not cause any error. But you want to not assigning a string. You want to assigning an item, or you want to modify an item. That means you are modifying on a character of the particular string, of the particular string. That will cause an error. That will cause an error. So for that reason, in string you cannot perform item assignment, or the strings are immutable. The strings are immutable. Okay, the strings are immutable. Now, so we will see these things after immutability. The next thing I will discuss about the string concatenation. The next thing I will say about string concatenation. Concatenation means that means you want to concatenate. You want to concatenate. Spelling may be wrong. Okay. Better you should check the spelling later on. Okay. But the thing that I want to discuss is the string concatenate. That means you are having two strings. Now you want to concatenate both of them. Now you want to concatenate both of them. Suppose for example, I have a two string name. Okay, name equals to Subhodip. Name equals to Subhodip. Okay, and I have another string that is called, for example, str. For example, str, and in the particular string str is equals to is a good boy. Is a good boy. Is a good boy. So here, if I will concat these two strings, if I will concat these two strings, suppose how to concat these two strings? Concatenation. Concatenation. Okay. Here you have to just write name in notebook environment. Okay. Name plus str. Name plus str. Okay. Name plus str. If you write these two, if you write these things and execute it, then you will find that the string written as Subhadeep is a good boy. That means both the strings are concatenated. Okay. Now you can also assign this to concatenated string. You can also assign this concatenated string into a variable. Suppose con or concated concated string. This is variable name. Concated string. That is equal to name plus str. Name plus str. So this will be the syntax, okay, for concatenation. For concatenation. Okay. Now what you can do is that what you can do, suppose you want to perform slicing, and after perform slicing, that sliced portion you want to attach with the particular string. Suppose for example from Subhodip string, I want to slice the Subhodip string into deep. So for that reason, what I will do is that I will start from which character? Look, I will start from 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I will start from fourth character. That means I can do that. The last part of name. Last part of name. Last part that is equals to last part equals to name, and then I'm writing 4. I'm writing 4 and I'm giving colon. That means the slicing will start from fourth character to the end. To the end means that means deep. Fourth character means from D to P. From D to P, the slicing will be done, and that part will be assigned to last part. And after that, what I will do is that after that, I will suppose I will concat this last part, this particular variable, string variable, last part plus str. I will concat. That means it will show me that deep is a good boy. Deep is a good boy. Okay, you can do slicing, you can do indexing. Okay, so whenever you will do that kind of thing, better to assign to a variable. After assigning the variable, after whenever you are performing slicing, it is better to assign a variable, and then you should use that variable in your program. Okay, so I hope that you are getting my point. I hope that you are getting my point, and I hope that you have understood the string concatenation, this particular portion. After string concatenation, you can another thing you can perform is that, suppose you want to perform string multiplication. Okay, the next thing is called string multiplication. The third one, that is string multiplication. String multiplication, what is these things? What is this? I'm explaining string multiplication. String multiplication. In string multiplication, what you can do is that, suppose you have a string or letter, that means string variable letter is equals to, in double quote I'm writing capital A. Okay, capital A. Now, if you want to get a string with 10a, okay, if you want to get a string with 10 a's inside it, 10 a is inside it, that means a up to 10th, up to 10th term. So at that time, what you can do is that at that time you can actually use the string multiplication concept, because what you can do is that, what you can just write letter into 10, letter into 10. Now what will happen is that, after doing this particular thing, what will happen, that it will show you the output in this way: a 5a, another more 5a. So this will be the output by this system. Okay, actually if you want to work with this particular string, then you have to save this particular string into a variable, or you can use it in the print statement for printing. Okay, for notebook environment you do not need to use print statement, but for other environments, for example idle, because you are going to do your python coding in idle. Most probably you are going to do your python code in your idle. So for that reason, what i what I what I'm saying is that you can, at that time you have to use print. Okay, it will be better that you if you use both of the environment, Jupyter Notebook environment and idle environment, in your computer, in your laptop, whatever it is, so it will give you a better understanding of the concept. Okay, because there are so many environment, there are so many ways to run or execute the python code. Okay, so many, there are so many different softwares are available, different IDs are available, we can use those things. Okay, I already told you about these things. There are so many environment. Okay, remember one thing, whenever regarding string concatenation, remember one thing: if you want to concatenate a number with a string, then it will give you an error. Remember one thing: if you want to concatenate, you can write down, if we try to concatenate a number with a string, if we try to concatenate a number with a string, then it will produce an error. It will give me, or it will give us an error. ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, এতটা হলো। Okay, now, okay, now we will see these things on notebook environment, and after that I will discuss about string methods. Okay, I will discuss about different string method, and I will show you some example on that. So first of all, go to the command prompt. Go to command prompt. Okay, here you will find that this is my user home directory, this is my user directory, because the user is Samrat, so for that reason I am the user, so for that reason it is showing my name, and I am giving the name of the account is as my name, for that reason it is showing me Samrat. Okay, so here what I will do is that, here from here I will run the Jupyter notebook. I will run Jupyter notebook. So I'm writing the command Jupyter notebook. Okay, and then hit enter. After hitting enter, it will take some time to launch a Jupyter Notebook platform locally. in my browser. Okay, look, you can see that Jupyter Notebook has been loaded in my browser, Microsoft Edge, and from there I will come to the new, and after coming to the new I will go to the Python 3 for creating a new notebook. Okay, so I'm creating a new notebook. First of all, give it the name of untitled12 string uh, string PCM. Okay, string PCM. So I'm giving this particular name. You can give according to your choice. So here, what I will do is that first of all, I will assign a name. Name is equals to Subodhi. Okay. Name is equals to Subodhi. After this, what I will do, I will try to perform item assignment. I will try to perform item assignment. Though I know that it will give me an error, but I will show you that it is actually giving me an error. Okay. So just I'm just writing. I'm doing this particular thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing particular these things. So for that reason, I'm writing. I already wrote these two statements, and then please run this. Then you will get an error. HTML object doesn't support item assignment. What I told you just right now. That I told you that whenever you are actually um, using string, you should remember that you cannot change or you cannot assign an item in case of string. Okay, that means the strings are immutable. From this particular error, you are actually getting the fact is that strings are immutable. You cannot change the strings particular character. Okay, whenever you are assigning a that string, you can change the whole string. Okay, you can change the whole string. Suppose I'm writing a string. For example, I'm writing name. Okay, not name. I'm writing a. A is a string. Suppose I'm writing a b c. Okay, a b c. And after that, you are writing a equals to e. Okay, you are actually changing the whole string value. Okay, so suppose here, please write a, and then you bring the value. Okay, now run this particular cell. Look, it is showing you DEF. Why it is showing you DEF? Because the string is completely got changed. As it is completely got changed, for that reason, it is showing you DEF. Okay, that you can do, but you cannot change a particular character of a string in Python because Python strings are immutable. Strings are immutable. For that reason, that you cannot do. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. After this, what I will show you about string concatenation. Okay, string concatenation. So suppose name is there, another string you can take as data that is equals to output is a boy, explanation that just the example that I show you. Okay, here you are taking this name plus data and hit shift enter. Look, it is showing you Shubhadeep is a good boy. Shubhadeep is a good boy. Now, what you can do is that you can store this particular name plus data inside a variable file. Do in this way. A concated str. Concated str means concated string. That is equals to okay. That is equals to name plus data. Okay, and then you are printing concated str. So hit shift enter. Okay, sorry. Here I have written con said. I didn't write T. So for that reason, it is giving me an error. Name concatenated is not defined. Okay. So for that reason, it is giving me an error. So again, please execute this statement by pressing Shift Enter. Now it is giving you the answer same as previous. Okay. What is the difference between this previous thing and the current thing? The difference is that in previous case you didn't assign the name plus, that means you didn't assign the concatenated string into a variable, but here you are actually assigning the concatenated string into a variable concatenated str. Okay. I hope you are getting my point. So in this way you can actually execute your statement. Okay. Now after this particular topic, what I will discuss about string multiplication. Okay. Now suppose what I'm trying to say is that letter is equals to, suppose there is a letter using single quote. I can use single quote as well as double quote for string. So here I'm using single quote. So letter A is there. Suppose shift enter. Okay, shift enter. Letter A is there. Now what you are doing is that multiplication sign into 10. Okay, and shift enter. You will find the answer that I told you just right now, just before. So it is actually multiplying the string and it will displaying the string in that way. Okay. Now you can, what you can do is that if you want to work with this particular string, then you can store this string into a variable and then you can work further on it. Okay. But these are the different concepts that are actually there in Python. Okay. Why it is happening? Because it is actually concatenating the string. Okay, for 10 times. It is actually concatenating A with A for 10 times. For that reason, it is creating 10 A's. It is creating 10 A's. Okay, this is called string multiplication. Okay, this is called string multiplication concept. After string multiplication concept, what I will do is that I will discuss about the string method. So first of all, go back to the Sublime Text Editor. Here, I will discuss about string method. There are some string methods are there with us. String methods. They are very much helpful. Okay. So first one is suppose your string is x and it is containing the string hello world. It is containing the string hello world. Okay. Now we want to perform different string methods. We want to apply different string methods on this particular string x. Now what I will do is that what I will do first one is called upper. Number one is called upper method. Okay, upper method. What it will do? Remember this function. Remember, whenever we are applying a particular function on a string, the actual string will not get changed. Remember this thing. You can write these things also in your copy. Whenever we are applying these functions, upper or other functions that we are going to apply in later time, okay, those will not change the actual string. Those will not change the actual string. Now, if you after applying these particular functions, if you want to store the effect, if you want to store the effect of that particular function, then you can actually use a variable. Then you can actually use a variable and assign it to it. Okay. Suppose this particular method, what it will do? This method will actually change the case. Change the case means it is in right now in sentential form. Okay. So the characters featured in lower case will be upper case. Okay, so upper method is actually what you can do is that you can call in this way x, capital X, x dot upper. Capital X is the variable which contains the word, so you are calling in this way x dot upper, and you have to mention this bracket open bracket close. Okay, this bracket open bracket close actually indicates that this is a function. This bracket open bracket close actually indicates, because function has, whenever we will study function or method, we will see the lots of methods and lots of functionalities are there of those methods or functions. We have to know, and we also have to know the syntax of the function. What are the different syntax are actually there? For the time being, please note down that whenever you will use a function name, with the name of the function, you have to use also this bracket, first bracket, and opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. Okay, so after doing this particular thing, okay, after doing this thing, after x dot upper, so x dot upper will change the case. Write down, x dot upper will change the case of the string to uppercase, of the string to uppercase, or you can write uppercase. Okay, and here we also are having a particular advantage by using Jupyter Notebook, because whenever you will work with this method, whenever you will work with these methods, okay, number two, I will discuss. Number two is that lower. Okay, so whatever the string it is, whatever the string content it is, it will change this particular function will change the lowercase to uppercase, upper, that particular case to lowercase. Okay, we actually wants to change the case of the string. Okay, case, whatever the case it is in, I do not want that particular case. What I want to change the case to the lowercase. So this is the particular function we can use. Another thing that I'm just saying right now is that, suppose you are working in Jupyter Notebook. Suppose you are working in Jupyter Notebook environment, and you are actually using these methods on strings. You are applying this method on string. What is the advantage by using Jupyter Notebook in this case? The advantage is that whenever you are working on that particular string, okay, if you hit tab button from your keyboard, from your computer keyboard, if you hit tab key from your keyboard after writing this particular text, then dot. Okay, I'm showing. Okay, let's go to the Jupyter Notebook environment, and here x equals to hello world. Okay, x equals to hello world. Okay, hello world. And there, what I'm trying to write is that x. I'm writing x dot. Now it's not showing anything. It is not showing anything. But if you, after writing dot, if you hit tab button, tab key from your keyboard, I'm pressing tab key. Okay, I'm pressing tab key. Okay, let me removing the dot. Yes, show you. Look, it will show you so many different functions that are actually possible over X. As we are pressing the tab button, okay, do not press dot. Okay, before pressing dot, you have to hit the tab button. Okay, so you can find there are so many different functions are there. So many different functions are there. Okay, it is not possible to cover all of these functions in a short time period. Okay, but we will try to cover those are very much required in our case. We will try to cover all of them, and the later those functions which will not be covered, I will give you some documentation or some notes, or you can also read from online. Okay, there is a very well structured documentation available in Python official website. I also mentioned you the official website where you can find that tutorial, where you can find the tutorial. Okay, so there you can check. So right now we want to actually uh, use the upper. So for that reason, x dot upper and x dot upper, x dot upper. Now what it will do is that, please mention these brackets, braces. Okay, otherwise it will not work. So shift enter, look, hello world, but it will not change the actual word. Okay, it will not change the actual string. Look, I'm again executing this. It is same as it is. Just after applying the function, whatever the result will be, that will be shown by the Jupyter notebook. Okay, but the actual string is not getting changed. The actual string is not getting changed. Why actual string is not getting changed? Because at the actual string, whatever you are using at that time, the actual string is remaining as it is. Okay, that I want to say. Okay. So what you can do is that if you want to deal with the uppercase string, if you want to work with the uppercase string, what you can do, you can store it in a variable. For example, s is equals to x dot upper. Okay. Now what will happen is that the result of x dot upper will be assigned to s. Now if you execute this, then you will find that the value of s is hello world, which is in uppercase. Similarly, you can perform x dot lower. X dot lower. What what it will do is that what it will do, it will actually change the case to the lower case. Shift enter, shift enter. Look, all the characters are in lower case. Now, if you want to work with same thing, you can do. You can actually assign this particular function x dot lower into a variable into another variable, and then later in your program or in your code, you can use that particular variable. Okay, whenever it will be required, you can use those statements or use that particular string variable. Okay. Now after lower, there is another important function which is known as split. You have to know this particular function because this particular function is very much important function. Okay. Now look, I'm writing x dot split. What it will do is that it will split split x dot. What it will do is that look, it will actually break the string into words with respect to spaces, with respect to blank space. Okay, with respect to blank space. So it will actually break the word with respect to blank space. Look, I'm executing this particular statement. Look, it breaks the string into two particular string. Hello is a string, world is a string. Why it is breaking? Because the function is called a split. Split means cut down. Split means cut down. Now cut down with respect to space. Now if you want to cut down with respect to a particular character, that you can also do. That you can also do. Suppose I want to cut it down with respect to character L. Suppose we want to split the string hello world. Suppose we want to split the string hello world with respect to L. With respect to L. So what I can do is that I will call x dot split function. I will call x dot split function. Split function. And here, what I can do is that I can pass the character on pass the character with whom the split will be actually taken place. Suppose I want to pass L. So here I am passing L. That means whenever I will execute this particular statement, you will find that HE is a particular string, then nothing is there because with respect to L I am actually partitioning. So for that reason, it will not consider L. Okay, as we are partitioning or we are splitting the string with respect to L, the character L. So it will not consider the character L into this consideration. For that reason, you do not find the string L is present in this particular splitting output. Okay, L is not present in the splitting output because of L will not be considered by the Python because you want to actually cut down the string with respect to L. Now if you want to execute it again and with respect to not L, with respect to E, then check what will happen. Then shift enter, and then you will find that H is not there because you have cut down it with respect to E. After that LLO, hello, LLO, and then you are getting one. That means you are getting three different strings. You are getting three different strings. That means you are splitting the string with respect to a particular character. With respect to a particular character. Okay. Okay. Write it down as it is splitting, as it is perform splitting. Write it down in your copy as it is splitting with respect to the character or letter I, as it is splitting with respect to letter I, so it will not be considered, or it will not be considered. Okay, it will not be considered. But look carefully here. Sorry, here I make a mistake. Here, look carefully. The white space will not be removed. The white space, I was saying that there are three strings, but just now I saw there are actually two strings are there. There are two strings are there. H is there and LLO, then space world is there. Okay, that is, there are two strings. Okay, now why there are two strings? Why there are two strings is there? Because it will not remove the space. It will not remove the space right now. Come on. Why it will not remove the space? Because you are actually using, as because actually you are using, what actually you are using, you are using a particular character. With respect to that character you are actually splitting. So whenever you are actually using a particular character for splitting the string, for splitting the string in a in a particular string, so for that reason that particular word will not be considered. Okay, but what will happen is that the space will be counted. Okay, look here, x dot split, x dot split is there. Okay, so whenever you are giving a parameter, this is called parameter. Okay, whenever you are giving a parameter to the split function, that means whenever you are providing the character from with respect to whom we have to split, with respect to whom we have to split, at that time that character will not be included in the resultant string output. Okay, and also remember the white space will not be removed. Look here, I told you that time I told wrong. Okay, but later I saw that there are only two strings is there, only H is there and LLO space world is there. This is only one string. Okay, this is only a one string because the string splitting has been occurred with respect to that particular E. So for that reason we are getting that output. Okay, now split is over. Split is over. After coming after split, acha, write down about split. Okay, take a note, take a note on split. Okay, write down split function creates a list. Split function split function creates a list with the string. Split function creates the list with the string. Write down this particular note in your copy. Split function creates the list, creates a list with the string based on white space, based on white space, or what I'm trying to say is that split function creates a list with the string, comma, based on white space, based on white space, that means blank space, or based on the letter we will pass, the letter, based on the letter, or based on the letter that we will pass as a parameter to the split function, or based on the letter that we will pass as a parameter inside the split function, inside the split function, inside the split function. Okay, inside the split function. I hope right now you are clear with this particular split topic. Okay, the split concept. Okay, we will see examples in later time. Okay, but before we have to go forward, for that reason I am just moving from here. I hope that you have understood this particular thing. Okay, now there is a question. Okay, question. Hmm, okay. Are strings mutable? Write down this question. Okay. Okay. Are strings mutable? So what you will write? No, strings are not mutable. They are immutable. They are immutable. The question is, are strings are mutable? The answer will be no. The strings are not mutable. They actually follows a property called immutability. That means that means we cannot change. That means we cannot change individual element. We cannot change individual element of a string. We cannot change individual element of a string. You can write this thing in your copy. We cannot change individual elements of a string by the help of indexing. By the help of indexing. Okay. Immutability property actually tells us that, or actually explains us that you cannot change individual element. In case of string, individual elements are actually the characters, ordered sequence of characters. Those characters we cannot change by the help of indexing. By the help of indexing we cannot change. So for that reason strings are immutable. Strings are immutable, not mutable. Okay. The question they are asking is that our strings are mutable? No, the strings are not mutable. I hope you are getting my point. Okay. The next question is that, okay, the next question is that I'm giving this question here. Okay, I'm giving this question here in the subline text. You have to answer this particular question. Okay, you have to answer this particular question. Sorry. Suppose S is equals to David. S is equals to David. S is equals to David. Then, then what will be the output? What will be the output? What will be the output of S 2 colon 4? What will be the output of S 2 colon 4? Okay. There are three options are given. You have to choose one of them. You will submit this answer in Google Classroom. Okay, by using the comment section. By using the comment section, you can actually submit the questions answer. These questions answer to me. Okay, in classroom after the class over. After this class over, or in between the class, I will give you some 5 minutes, because as I am not taking the class today on live, so I'm actually recording this particular class after before your puja vacation ends. So for that reason, I will post this as I gave the link of this particular class on YouTube, and you are actually listening right now. Okay, right now you are actually listening, and whatever the questions are actually coming in your mind, you cannot ask me directly because right now I am not there. Okay, and I'm not taking your class on Google Meet platform today. So I'm using a recorded due to some inconvenience. Okay, so I'm taking the class on recorded video by using the help of recorded video, and I'm posting the link of that class or video inside the Google Classroom. So please give me the answer on Google Classroom after this class over or during this particular class if you are able to get that. Okay, the options are David. Okay, David, DAVI. Number two is that number two is that VID. Sorry, VID. Okay. Number three. is VI. Okay, so these will be happen. Or number 4, AVI. AVI. So these are the 4 options for this particular questions. Take another question. Another question. Okay. Suppose is equal to hello. Okay. Now, in the output of in the output of in the output of capital S of 2, what will be the output? Questions I am giving. One is called number one is H. Number two is O. Number three is number three is EL. Number three is EL. Number four is L. Okay. Number four is L. So these are the two questions I am giving to you based on indexing and slicing. Based on indexing and slicing, your job is to perform these two particular questions. You have to give this answer. This is very much easy. You do not, please do not take the help of your Jupyter Notebook or Python editor or Python shell. Just do it on by the notes that I provided you before the vacation, and also the discussion that I also told you. Okay, there are so many examples in your copy. There are so many examples in your copy. Actually, you have. So do not take the help. Please think little bit what it will be. After that, if you are not getting the answer, then go to the previous session or previous notes and just check, and then do this. And after doing this, please submit these two things in Google Classroom. Okay, and I will provide you the class today attendance link. I will provide you after this particular class. In attendance link is actually given in the classroom. Okay, for only today. Only for today I am giving the attendance link for today's class in classroom, as I am not present. Okay, here. So for that reason, okay, so for today's I will close this topic here. After today's class, then in the next Monday, in the next coming Monday, I will discuss again on string formatting. Okay, there are so many options are there for string formatting, what that I can use in my code, or while working with strings I can use them. Okay, so okay, thank you for attending the class. I hope that you have understood, and I hope if you have any problem, then you can easily ask me on personal message, WhatsApp. You can ask the question on Google Classroom, whatever. Okay, whatever the way you can actually use. But I will suggest that it will be better that you ask in Google Classroom. Then it will be a record. It will stay as a record that you are actually attending. Okay, instead of sending me message on WhatsApp. Okay, okay, that is a very much easiest way. But instead of doing that, you should ask your doubt and question on Google Classroom. So that will prove that you are actually using the class, actually you are doing the class. Okay, so right now I am stop recording.